Guan Li was right. It's the Wuku.
I thought nobody would ever come to my aid. Thank you. You'll have to hire some burly guys with weapons. What is the Emperor doing about all this?
No lumberjacks anywhere, and the Wuku wouldn't have taken them as hostages. It means that they managed to escape into the forest. It is safe to return. The Wuku won't dare attack this sawmill again. What bastard did this to them?
What is this? Another bothersome peasant coming to get revenge for his dishonored sister? You haven't even pissed yourself in fear like the others.
Do you always talk this much? Or only when you're about to die?
How daring! I like it. I'm about to add another head to my collection. Come on, Pipsqueak. Show me how you wave your hoe about.
I'll go and check the hold, since we recently developed a rat problem. I will wait here for you.
Who are you trying to trick, Beardy? You have boxes of wine down there, not rats.
These are herbal potions. Hurry up. I want to leave before noon.
Strange. The gates are broken. The temple has been attacked. We must find Changlong.
This isn't a temple, it's a pile of useless crap. Well, did you morons find it?
We've gone through everything, even the toilets, but it's nowhere to be found.
Shit. Finish off the monks and this lowlife, then burn this place down.
Who are you calling a lowlife? Yes, my name is Wei Cheng. Shi Guan Li has sent me and Liu Haibo to get you. Looks like this Hulk has beaten the crap out of you.
That was only round one. However, I must admit that their leader, despite fighting with the grace of a drunk pelican, possesses superhuman strength. Quick, let's head to the ship before Li Haibo starts complaining again that we're dawdling.
last ones. Time to go back. why the Wuku came here. It's not safe to leave the relic here, especially since I killed its protector. I'll take it with me and show the others. There was no horde, but we managed to find this object. It seems to be made out of jade and looks very old.
The pirates probably wanted to sell it to a collector. At the peak of the Wuku power, a huge number of holy relics from plundered temples ended up in the hands of the rich.
It's definitely a serious item, since it was guarded by quite an aggressive ghost. Those Taoist priests loved nothing more than summoning spirits and casting spells.
Interesting. Shuanpai, can you find out anything about this temple and relic? I don't want to wake up one morning with some demon eating my eyeballs.
I will try, but my collection of books is quite limited. I will let you know if I find anything.
the last ones. Time to go back. The Wuku have set fire to the building. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you for your help. The Wuku appeared out of nowhere, so we didn't even have time to lock the gates. They burst in and started killing, raping, and pillaging, and locked up those they didn't kill. They decided to burn down the Tulu and everyone inside before they left. We have to help the others or they'll burn alive.
Run outside and hide. I promise that we will save everyone.
Listen up, everyone. As you've probably noticed, the local authorities are still doing nothing.
As if it's ever been otherwise.
That's true. However, we have received a letter from an official named Wang Taixin. He has arrived from the capital to act as the censor and to restore order to the province. His powers are still limited, but his spies have discovered the location of the Wuku base. It is in a coastal cave not far from Wei Cheng's village.
They have been hiding right under our noses this whole time. We must go at once, before their leader eludes us once again.
I know the cave. We'd often climb inside as children. Not many people know that it has two entrances. A large one from the beach, and a tiny one from the opposite side, which leads to a subterranean river. It's pitch dark in that part of the grotto, with little space and sheer drops on either side. The path is nearly impossible to spot from the inside, and the Wuku won't know about it. We can storm in through that entrance and use the element of surprise.
A good idea, but such a plan won't work. Considering how narrow the cave is, we will be like fish in a barrel if they spot us too early. Let's do this instead. I will lead the main group in from the beach and engage them outside, drawing out their main forces. Meanwhile, you and Shuan Pai will slip in from behind and set fire to their ships. This will cause a panic, and we'll then use all our strength to force them back inside the cave.
Excellent plan. Let's go.
Shuanpai, are you alright?
It appears that the pirates found out about this passage and set a trap in the water. The blade has gone straight into my stomach.
Damn. I must call for help. Maybe the others haven't launched the attack yet.
I'll be alright. You can do it.
Here you are, you bastard! You won't get away from me now!
I was not going anywhere.
Wait, you're a woman?
I am sorry for burning down your village. I had no choice. A few years ago, a bloodthirsty tyrant appeared in my homeland, who had decided to conquer the whole country. My father stood against him, and fell by the walls of our castle, together with our whole clan. I wanted to launch myself at my foes and die for my family's honor. But I realized that if I died, so would the memory of our clan. I gathered a handful of samurai most loyal to my father and went into exile. I swore that one day I would restore our clan.
A fascinating story, but what does it have to do with the murder of hundreds of people?
Your deaths were supposed to pay Fudo for the resurrection of my clan. Forgive me, father. I have failed.
Before she died, she said that someone called Fudo promised to resurrect her family in exchange for people's lives.
Fudo is a Japanese deity, believed to cast out demons with fire. I have never heard of people making sacrifices to him, especially human ones.
Do you think we're dealing with a cult?
I don't know yet, but something tells me that there is a person behind the name.
Master Zhongfei, I would like to speak to you. You have taught me a lot since I've been with you. How to move during a fight, how to strike, how to center my chi, how to breathe, and even how to fall correctly. I've almost completed all the tasks set by Master Guanli, from defending villages to washing these blasted floors.
And now you want to take the monastic vows and become a student monk. Am I right? I won't argue with that. You're quick to learn, you train hard, and already fight better than many Shaolin monks. Yet I have one question for you. You have finally gotten revenge on the person who killed your grandfather and burned down your village. How do you feel now?
For me, she was evil incarnate. Every day, I imagined how I would take her life with my own hands. I wanted our nearest and dearest, people I never met, to die a painful death. You probably expect me to say that her murder didn't change anything, that I don't feel any better, and other such banalities. However, I do feel better. Although not because I got my revenge. She was only human. She committed all these murders because she was unable to accept her father's death. I feel better because I was able to discard my hate towards her, and feel sorry that she is dead.
You have changed much since we first met, Wei Cheng. Well, I agree. Wei Cheng swore not to drink wine, eat meat, commit adultery, or kill. However, the Shaolin warriors were allowed to break the last commandment if they were in mortal danger. Apart from renouncing worldly pleasures, Wei Cheng also had to forswear his common name and take on a new monastic name. Thus, Wei Cheng went from being a simple fisherman to being the monk Dao Kung.
Teacher Zhongfei, why is my new name so similar to Dao Shan's name?
The name of every new Shaolin monk is made up of 3 parts. The first, She, indicates that the monk belongs to our temple. We don't usually pronounce that part. The second part is taken from a strict order of names described 300 years ago in the poem by Abbot Fuyu. It is the same for all the students of one teacher, so my followers are always called Dao. The third part is unique for every monk, and is made up by the teacher. Let's move on to more pressing matters. Now that you are one of us, I would like to teach you another one of our techniques. Not many people know of it, and even less can do it. It is based on being able to completely control your chi. We usually start teaching it after months of preparation and meditation, but we don't have enough time right now. This technique is called the 3 ground seals. Unlike southern elements, it works best when fighting against several opponents. This style drastically differs from everything you have gotten used to. Earth Seals allows us to use chi for an indirect effect on your foes. The first seal is the seal of harmony. It weakens your enemy's defenses. The second seal is the seal of levity, which lifts opponents into the air. Finally, the third one, the seal of concentration, draws the enemies towards you.
last ones. Time to go back. The Wuku have set fire to the building. I'll have to force my way through the grass. Wuku won't dare to poke their noses in here again.
Won Tai-shin, the official who told us the location of the Wuku base, has sent us another letter. He congratulates us on our victory and thanks us for helping the local residents while the head of the province does nothing.
Gratitude doesn't make a meal.
It would be better if he sent in the army.
Won Tai-shin is just the censor, and censors don't send out armies. He can only arrest those guilty of incompetence or corruption. The official also says that the situation is more complicated than it seems at first glance. He has invited me to his temporary residence in Hongzhou to discuss it in person. Zhang Lu and Dao Kung will accompany me.
The Wuku have attacked the residence. Guan Li, what's the plan?
Our first priority is to protect Won Tai-shin. The residence is very large, and we don't know exactly where he is. We'll have to split up and scour the whole territory. As soon as you find the official, protect him until the others arrive.
Thank you for saving me.
The Wuku have already found out about your arrival somehow.
There is no mystery in that. The provincial governor is colluding with the pirates, and I have evidence to show his complicity in what is happening.
That explains why nobody has gathered the troops and driven back the pirates so far. Why can't you arrest him?
You may not have heard, but our emperor has passed away recently after a long illness. His son, Juitsu, who is still a child, has now ascended the throne. The young emperor's retinue has been trying to agree on who will be regent until he reaches his majority. So far, all these advisors, eunuchs, and nobility have been mired in feuding and arguments.
The common folk are suffering, and all they care about is power.
This is sadly true. Like all censors, I only obey the emperor or his regent, and only he can authorize an arrest. My hands are thus tied in the short term.
Unlike you, we are not bound by bureaucratic restrictions. We won't interfere in your conflict with the governor. But if you have information regarding the Wuku, we are keen to hear it.
That's all I was hoping for. As you know, for many years, our country has been under the hygiene, a sea ban, that forbids merchant ships of other countries from entering the Middle Kingdom ports.
I clearly remember it being abolished right after the Wuku were defeated. It was said that lifting the ban would prevent the pirates from reappearing, and indeed, the Wuku were not seen for all those years.
But the hygiene had one exception, the Ryukyu Kingdom. It alone was allowed to trade with us overseas, enabling them to amass huge wealth. Now, they've lost their exclusive position. I suspect that the Ryukyu merchants have hired the ex-Wuku to resume attacks. They will use their own people at court to push for the hygiene to be reinstated, using the new pirate invasion as an excuse.
The death of the Emperor has also played into their hands. It's bad news all around, as it won't be easy to get to these merchants.
Have you ever heard of a person called Fudo? One of the Wuku leaders mentioned him.
Fudo? No, I haven't. But I will try to find out what I can. In return, I would ask you to pass on any information that seems important to me. Any leads would be helpful right now.
Agreed.
The pigeon has brought alarming news from the monastery at the top of Mount Juhua, one of the sacred mountains in Buddhism. The monks report that they have been attacked by pirates, but managed to drive them off.
I know that monastery. Its monks are excellent warriors and have previously taught me a lot. It makes no sense for the Wuku to attack them, however, as the temple is small and holds no expensive relics.
This is what we will try to find out. I already have another task for you, but Dao Kung, go there and try to find out what possible interest the Wuku have in the temple.
It's easy to get stuck here. Looks like these boxes contain mostly food and supplies. I should tell the farmers in the neighboring village. They'll find these useful. Bad sign. We can't get through here while the pump is broken.